Hey, this is Connie Whitlock with King Cat Music, and I am here with Racman. He's all the way here from California. How you doing?
It's been what, 6 days?
5-6 days.
I
we
still
had the
can't believe.
awards.
Yeah, I can't even believe I'm here.
I can't believe you're here either. Is it true? Yeah,
No.
you're here. Racman has an online streaming radio program, and is this a 24/7 feed, or is this a certain times of the?
It's both, actually.
Oh.
It's both. When I created the last website, I became completely legit, if you will. I've been playing around for 2 years.
Okay.
But I went out.
Did you just say that it's both?
It's both.
How
yeah.
could it be both?
I'll explain that to you.
Oh.
Hey.
Light.
Thank you, Lord.
Let the light.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to provide a place that people could go to hear music 24 hours a day.
Okay.
That's the one way.
That's your vision.
And then I do currently 3 live shows, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
What time?
3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Toto time.
That's us.
That's you. Yeah, Central Standard Time. And they're wrapped up into themes of new music on Monday, Worship Wednesday, and then what I call a Freedom Broadcast.
Oh, I saw that worship. Sorry, excuse me. Worship. I saw Worship Wednesday.
Yeah.
This is a different kind of interview. This is more of a fun interview.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Interviews are interesting with me. Okay, Worship Wednesdays. I saw that you have a press on that every Wednesday.
I do.
So Monday is what? Again?
New Music Monday.
New music. Okay, so actually, King Catters or any independent artists that are Christians can send you music,
Yeah.
right?
And it could actually be music from the 70s, but because it's new to me.
If it's new to you, it's new music.
Yes.
All right. And then Wednesday is worship.
Worship Wednesday.
And then
Friday, it used to be called the Friday Freedom Broadcast.
okay.
But I started syndicating that program. Yeah,
Okay.
I said the word syndicating.
Syndication.
I love it.
Yeah.
Syndicating it with a partner in Florida.
Okay.
And he actually rebroadcast the New Music Monday and the Freedom Broadcast.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So your circle of influence has just grown
Literally.
to Florida.
To Florida and beyond.
And beyond the world, I guess.
Exactly.
So do you get a lot of emails and contacts from different nations?
Absolutely. Not as much as I do from within the United States. Every day I'm getting emails from radio distribution channels, from independent artists, through publication groups, PR groups, stuff like that. Groups that would be similar to KCCM, or an artist hires a representative to promote
Right, have had that, yeah.
And so
that's actually for me a little bit more difficult, because it's a lot easier for me to ask the artist questions and just get information than to wait for a representative, and then you're getting to know the representative and not the heart of the artist. I'm sorry,
well,
that's just me.
And I agree with you
as
on
a
that.
promoter.
I circumvent you as the promoter.
Yeah.
And I go directly for the artist.
Yeah.
And if the artist says, "Well, go talk to my promoter,"
It's
that's one thing.
yeah.
But if I can get in touch with the person,
it's a lot easier.
There's a different experience altogether.
Yeah, it's a lot easier because then it's easier to promote them because you know their heart, you know what they're doing. And I don't care if they say they can do it. Managers and labels or representatives, can't convey that, you know. Now we know Michael W. Smith, we know all these other bigger national artists, but we don't know independent artists. We're not familiar with their persona. So, or their, you know what I'm saying?
One of the missions that I set out early on was to, I would play all kinds of music, the labeled, but I really wanted to find the independent artists.
Right.
And that really launched me into finding the heart of ministry. Again, we were just talking to promoters, which are good people.
They are.
They're paid to do a good job.
They are.
But often they don't represent the heart of the artist.
Right. Now, if I could talk to them and then I'm led to the artist, maybe that would help. What are some of your favorite experiences that you've had in this whole process?
Well, not to toot the horn of KCCM so loudly that it's actually been to come out to this award, but I would say in the past 3 years of doing this, I have had multiple epiphanous experiences where an epiphany hits me and I go, wow, God, you were so good.
Mm.
How could I be part of this?
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes they're just little things like I'm a guy in Northern California broadcasting from a home studio, reaching into 100 different countries.
Amazing, isn't
You know,
it?
podcasts hitting 120,000. Those kind of things are the wow moments. And the reason I say something like attending an awards show with you is that took me out of my comfort zone. That took me out of where my local influence was,
Yeah.
and put me smack dab in the middle where many of the artists that I play on Racman Christian Radio were there that night.
Well, you have a lot of love in the Midwest because they actually paid to bring you out, including us.
Yeah.
But they paid for you to come out, and for that to happen, I just thought that was incredible. There must be a lot of love going across the miles.
Yeah, there was definitely a love and a miracle, because with everything that you were going through, I thought, oh, this would be great. We'll get KCCM on board. They've opened up this fund for me. And that wasn't possible for you because of all the things that you were going through.
Right.
So I just went, okay, well, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go,
and that's
let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
I
make it
thought that
happen.
was great. I thought that was great. I'm so thrilled because all you had to do is send out one little message and then all of a sudden it started happening. And I'm just like, wow. But we did do some, presses ourselves and put it on our list and everything. But and then you went on there and did a better job of the artwork and everything. So I'm just like, hey, I had a friend that was really battling cancer in the last couple of weeks, and very, 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 very close friend. And so I really appreciate you taking up that, that ball, and it rolled and rocked and rolled.
It did.
And now you're not Racman anymore. He's not Racman.
No.
He's Rockman.
I'm Rockman. Yes.
Rockman.
I'm the man that rocks.
So, how do I come and listen to Racman Radio?
Well, right now, thankfully, with my Stream Licenser account, and that's the account that legitimate, how's the word? Yeah, it makes me legitimate. Yeah. Yes.
You're paying your royalty.
I'm paying my royalties. In other words, when my station plays it and you listen to it,
People get paid.
People get paid, and I felt that was the
Not
least.
a lot.
Yeah.
But it's something.
But it was the least I could do.
Yeah.
It said, hey, I'm serious about doing this. Now, unfortunately, many of the independent artists who we're talking to today aren't even registered. They're just producing their music. They're just out there serving the Lord. But if they're out there and they have registered with a BMI, or that bad name in Kansas, which I can't say, that some people can't connect to because of controversy.
I didn't know.
Yes, there's controversy in Christian music.
I'll have to ask him what it is after this video, because now I'm curious.
But anyway, so you can go to the website, RACMAN, ChristianRadio.org.
RACMAN, Racman.
Christian Radio.
And rack meaning the rack on a...
RAC, Reaching All for Christ.
Oh, I always thought of like the, your sound setup. You have a
your
rack.
deer rack, your gun rack.
No. You don't live in a place like that. That would be David Lynn's name. Yes. When he got the Salt Award, he's like, deer like salt.
And he licked it. He licked it. He goes, yeah, this is actually salt. And I'm like, dude.
I think he did that a couple of years ago. Or no, who was it? Oh, Chain did that a couple of years ago. Well, I'm really excited about what you're doing. And thank you for coming this week. I know that your wife is let you come and probably missing you terribly.
I was talking to my wife on the phone, and we were talking about all the weirdest things. Her testimony was she was walking on tribal land and she came across a domestic dispute and was able to help smooth it over. And I said, it's funny. People say, they don't want to be together and their parents are all this. And I said, well, that doesn't work, because we used to fight when we were young and your parents prayed that we wouldn't be together.
Right.
So here, 21 years later, my wife and I are still together. 21 years. And I'm still with my wife.
I'm still
And she goes,
standing.
actually,
Yeah.
no, that's not true. All I had to do was get Connie to fly you to Kansas.
That is great. That is. You know what? We're still probably recording here,
But
I'm.
your computer.
My screen went down.
Hey,
There you go.
there it is.
But we're over 10 minutes, and I just want to go over one more thing.
Okay.
Okay, because I don't know if people are gonna. I don't know if we could keep people's attention for more than 10 minutes. I don't know.
You know what I find? 30 minutes is about.
30 minutes.
Are you listening?
Audio.
It's 30 minutes. You can
Can you
actually
stay
pay
around
attention.
for 30 minutes? Yeah, if you're over 50. I don't think my kids can. I'm sorry. What about your kids? This is our office manager over here, Tammy. Hello. She's like, I don't think so.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. So, how do you like the weather?
I don't. I don't.
You know, June is usually not this humid. It's usually, in my experience, it's been July and August.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, July and August. Usually in June, it's still a little cooler, you know, not this humid. It's been raining so unusually much. So
Well, that's actually been the blessing of this whole trip is when it does rain and you open up the front door and the wind is blowing and you're getting splashed by the raindrops. That's been the second
now
best
I have all
experience.
these potholes in my gravel driveway. And I go outside and it's so humid and you can't bring your instruments outside because it'll warp them. So yeah, and that's what happened to the soundboard, I think, on Saturday night, is they brought it in from outside and it had condensed. It's so humid out here. This is what happens to our equipment. So
It's crazy stuff.
Crazy
but no,
stuff.
Officially, I do not like the weather in Kansas.
Racman. Racman what? Racman.com. Racman.
Racman Christian Radio .org.
Racman.
And
Christian
you can listen
Radio.
on your cell phone.
.org.
Yes, you can listen on your cell phone. You can
Cell
listen
phone.
on your tablet.
Tablet.
And, I'm sorry, you have an Apple computer?
I do.
You can actually listen on your Apple computer.
This is Apple, but I have lots of types of computers.
Do you?
So I don't pick sides. I just don't believe it's right.
You don't pick sides?
I don't pick sides. No. I don't believe in arguments. Don't argue with me.
Don't argue with me.
Racman Christian Radio.
KCCM.
Dot
Cat Christian
org.
Music. .net.
See you there.
Bye.